Grissom's car, even though he's holding these guys off right here, he's falling way back from the leaders. There he is on the inside. Nemechek down on the inside of him. And there, Nemechek cranked the car down under him, tried to get under him. You saw the car break completely loose. He couldn't quite pull it off.
And Darrell is coming in a hurry with fresh right side tires.
Yep. He pitted on that last caution. And he's got the car under control. And that says something.
Mike Wallace right behind him. This time Nemechek has the bottom. And will make the pass. Look at Darrell just dive right under there.
And you saw the red dirt fly. That was the apron off the racetrack. Usually when you get off the pavement, you're in trouble. Today, off the pavement doesn't hurt a whole lot.
Here we say it. This is the longest run of green flag racing we've had today.
Boy, Grissom, his car is not running 40 miles an hour off the corner. He's in a world of hurt.
146 laps, 4 laps from halfway. Grissom continuing to fade, trying to hang on. Trouble in one, and it was Steve Boley coming afoul of Dale Earnhardt. I don't know if Boley spun just before Dale got there or just what triggered that. But Boley goes around and he brings out the 14th caution of the day. Now coming to the stop that he so badly needed under the caution flag. Been a lot of stops up and down pit road. Glenn can update us on what's been happening down there. Here's Grissom back in again. Ward Burton getting tires. The Tracy Leslie car is on pit road. Tom Peck is in. Ricky Craven. They're still working on Kenny Wallace's car underneath the hood of that machine.
There he is right here. We're talking about Grissom. Okay, let's go down to Glenn Jarrett with Grissom.
Well, as you said, Mike, a tremendous break from Grissom. He is back in changing left side tires this time. He had a tire going down. They knew that. The problem was they just didn't know which tire. He needed to change all 4 tires. Got a caution. He should be a contender now. That's been one of the strongest cars all day. He's got 4 fresh tires.
Let's take you back through the field a little bit here. Jimmy Hensley is the race leader. Chuck Bown is second. 75 car, that's Butch Miller, is third. And remember the guy who had the first problem of the race and came in and had to get the tire, Bobby Labonte? Bobby's a 4th place car on the lead lap.
He's surviving.
Yeah, he's come back well. Robert Presley is 5th. Jeff Burton is 6th. Joe Nemechek, Dale Earnhardt, Jack Sprague, Darrell Waltrip, Bobby Donner are all on the lead lap. And so is Jimmy Spencer and Mike Wallace. We're under green.
Hensley's car really looked good at the start of the race. Well, I mean, once he got in the lead, he stretched it out a little bit. Now he's leading the race, but he's got somebody putting a lot of heat on him right now. Chuck Bown is all over him.
Let's add Ward Burton to those cars on the lead lap.
We heard,
halfway.
Mike, we heard Chuck Bown's guy say that he was just going to take it easy and stay out of trouble and keep that track position. And sure enough, there he is. He's right in contention now. He's fighting for the lead.
Hensley and Bown, they battle for championships. Look at these two, 48 Jack Sprague and 20 Mike Wallace. They have traded everything but phone numbers here in the last 30 laps. There's not a straight piece left on either of those 2 cars. And right behind them, Jimmy Spencer. Let's stay with this battle for a bit because it's going to be a dandy. Jim Bown eases into the wall coming out of turn 2 and gets going again.
But the caution is coming out, Mike. He's sitting in a bad place on the track. They went in through the caution.
Not before Mike Wallace and Jack Sprague got another piece of each other.
You said they didn't know their phone numbers. I'm sure they'll be asking this week.
So Jim Bown, looks like Jim just got the marbles up out of turn number 2. Pretty much saved the car, but looked like he was going to park up there, so we got another caution. 15 caution flags and 2 red.
Man.
Let's have another look at what happened. Bring out the latest one.
Here's what we see, the car already loose on the outside. It whipped back to the right. The only thing he can do there is just get out of the throttle and stand on the brakes. And he was probably running 60 miles an hour. He first saw him, and he just parked the car. And you just have to stop and start over again to get the thing straightened back out.
His older brother, Chuck, shaved his mustache for the first time in 15 years to change his luck this weekend. You think Jim ought to grow one?
I don't know. He better pass it on to his brother. But here he's running second without a mustache, so I don't know about that.
Chuck is doing fine. This is Jim, the younger Bound brother. The bank of granite on the side of that car. I bet he wishes he had fenders of granite today.
Oh, man. He's going to need to float alone to straighten it out.
I think you're right. Ed Furry back in the pit, Tom Peck, and they're still working on Kenny Wallace's car.
He's still got a chance of winning this thing. What do you mean? He's just 20 down.
Well, yeah.
The way things are going.
Could finish third behind the pace car and the sweeper. We're going to, in a bit here, take you back through the whole field. Let you know where your driver is running. Steve Boley and Tom Peck completing pit stop. Jack Sprague coming back out. 1 to go. We'll go back to green. Hensley the leader. Bown in second. Butch Miller up to third, and Bobby Labonte fourth. Fifth, Robert Presley. Sixth, Jeff Burton. Seventh, Dale Earnhardt. Eighth is Joe Nemechek. Ninth would be Darrell Waltrip. And I believe that's Bobby Dotter. It is in the 10th spot, just ahead of Mike Wallace and Jimmy Spencer, Steve Grissom, and Ward Burton.
Mike, on all these restarts, there's always that option of you being able to go the outside lane to get your lap back. Nobody is trying that option. There's Tommy Houston. He says, I'll try her one more time. He's out there on the outside trying to get a lap back. No one's been able to do it yet.
Everybody else single file. And he's done it. Tommy Houston runs to the front and gets a lap back from leader Jimmy Hensley. Maybe a little professional courtesy there.
Yeah, he gave him a little bit of room. You know, Spencer was, a couple of times Spencer got beat, but he didn't get up to speed. This time it looked like Tommy Houston just drove by him.
Jay Fogleman bounced off the wall in turn 4, but we're still green. And here comes Hensley right back at Tommy Houston. And the hometown hero is going to come around. Around on the front bumper of Jimmy Hensley's car. A tough, tough day for the Houston.
I tell you what, that was a set of, you know, they both wanted that inside lane, and he saw that nose in there, and all he could do was turn left and try to hold him off to get that lap back, and neither one of them wanted to give the inside lane up.
My list of caution is going to page 2. That's 16 caution flags for lap 162.
Mike, usually on these short track races, when you see bumping and beating and banging at the level we see it today, they put them in the penalty box. But the only problem, I don't think there'd be a car left on the track if we started penalizing people for bumping. It's just a part of the game today, and I'm telling you, there's no way to race out there without getting these cars into each other.
Let's give an attaboy to Steve Bird and the Kenny Wallace crew. They have that car running, rolling again, and going back into this race to pile up Busch Grand National points. There's the view. Kenny is a lot of laps down. We'll try to get a number for you, but he's back out the point. 1 to go. Not much change in the running order up front. And Hoosier-tired cars are running first and third. Hensley, the leader, and Butch Miller running third. Chuck Bown splitting them in second place. And this time it'll be Jim Bown up on the outside, trying to get a lap back from Jimmy Hensley.
Hensley will probably be a little bit more determined to keep him down. That last time it almost cost him the lead, battling with the car trying to get a lap back.